It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Cassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
12:01, it is Two Guys and a Goalie. Thank you very much for being here today. As always, Two Guys and a Goalie, brought to you by the crew over at GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities by working alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. It is Nielsen and Gager for now. We think Cass is joining us, right? Did you send him the link, Nancel?
Well, I didn't. Trev did.
Oh, Trev did?
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Matt Cassian, everybody. He's popping in here.
Hey,
too.
I met someone that knows you this morning. He's a teacher at Louis.
Name?
Wow.
Oh.
That'll help.
All right. He said he's good friends with you.
Good friends.
Latino?
He was ethnic of some, I don't know what he was.
Teacher at Louis.
Yeah. He goes, hey, good friends with Hernan.
Oh, man.
Maybe
You look like a prick right now, Hernan.
Wow. I forget his name. No, I don't think he even told me his name, actually. I might have not asked, but.
Well, who would say, just
What
tell
did
you
he
his
look
name
like?
and then he would
Break
say.
down his facial features.
Yeah. Okay.
Goatee. He was wearing a
Describe
Canada
it to
jersey.
me. I'll draw him, and then I'll show it to Hernan. Give me his features, Gager. Let's do it. I'll sketch
Color of
him.
hair. Let's start there.
What color of
Black.
hair? Okay,
Okay.
black hair.
Goatee. Glasses.
What's thin face? Wide face?
Kind of a face like Hernan's.
Okay.
How big a forehead?
He was wearing a hat, so I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Teachers can wear hats.
Today, there was a few Canada jerseys at Louis today.
Okay.
So
What was? Did he have a mustache? Or you said he had a goatee.
Yeah, goatee.
How tall?
Ooh, probably around your height, I think.
Supple lips, thin lips,
Supple,
supple lips,
soft,
soft lips.
very kissable.
Okay. Thin nose, long nose.
In between.
So medium-sized nose.
Yeah.
Good English?
Yeah.
yeah,
He could.
How about his
converse.
eyes?
Dark eyes, glasses though. I think.
Dark eyes, glasses. Okay.
God, I'd be horrible if someone like murdered someone I knew and I saw them.
Yeah. He'd be like the guy from Superbad. They get in the description.
Yeah, when they get into this. Dark eyes. So like brown eyes?
Yeah.
So you're telling me he looked a little something like this?
That's him.
Holy cow.
I knew it. I knew I could draw him. I don't know if you could see. That's what
Oh
it
my
looks
gosh, that is him.
like. Hernan, do you know this guy?
No, but I'm trying to figure it out. But
Maybe he said he grew up with you.
and he's a teacher at Louis Saint Laurent.
Yeah, well, or he's.
See if people can see my drawing.
So we've got to phone the cops.
Does anyone know this fella?
know this guy.
He says he listens to the show, so
Yeah, if you're listening, who are you? And I apologize if I don't. I mean, I know a lot of people. I know
Yeah.
a lot of teachers, actually.
That's a tough
A
look.
lot of my boys became teachers.
yeah, so he's one of your boys.
Is it
He
Johnny?
can't be one of your boys,
don't
or else you know he's a teacher. Like, I know which one of my friends are
No, I
teachers.
know they're a teacher, but I don't know where. Like
How many friends do you have are teachers, though? Like 6?
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you got like
Okay.
a 18% chance of figuring out who this is.
Dusty, I was listening to the show on my way back from molding the young minds.
On the radio?
Yes, and it was fascinating to me that you and Huss were
Oh, lock shop. Okay, yeah.
upset the fact that the drink choices on the McDonald's breakfast menu didn't include Diet Coke.
No, he was upset about that.
You were pretty upset too. Yeah, and you were like, "Come on, it's got to be there. It's got to be there." That you could only have orange juice, coffee, or tea
And milk, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, Huss likes
that was-
to drink Diet Pepsi around the clock.
That
man.
was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I almost crashed the car listening to that.
If you haven't checked out the lock shop yet, you'll love it. We're going to bring in Cass here right away. How was the school visit? What'd you get up to? What was the deal with that?
It's Black History Month, so
Okay.
I was speaking of just my journey a little bit to the classes, so junior high, then the high school. The funny thing, I think I almost did it, man. I was so tempted. I kind of even said, because the high school portion, I know some of those kids, I think, but I do believe my daughter is likes one of the boys.
No, a crush.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I
no.
almost called him out. I was going to say his name and say,
Why didn't you? Why didn't you?
I was close.
Now, does he
said my
know?
future son-in-law
Does he
over there.
know?
Valentine's Day is
does he
coming up,
know?
you little prick.
I was going to tell his name, and I need to talk to you after this. But
Does he know?
We laugh at it now,
Like
Cass,
that
but you've got
she's-
3 daughters and I've got a daughter, so
No,
it's not
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
as funny.
I was gonna bring it up. I mean, so two funny things. Like my 10-year-old, like she's got a crush, right? And she told, and I've told her, like, honey, I'm not going to make fun of you. Like, it's good. This is what I tell her. I say, like, hey, if there's a boy that's going to be able to have an impact on your heart, either good or bad, like, you can tell daddy about him. I'm not going to make fun of you about him. Like, I want to know who he is, and I want to hear about whatever. So I know that. And it's like, I already knew who it was, because it's like, she talks about this kid all the time. And she's like, oh, he's so annoying. I'm like, is he though? Is he really annoying? That's not the funny one. The funny one is, there's 2. There's like the kindergarten. So there's a boy that's obsessed, like, with Joey, my youngest.
Yeah.
And like, he's giving her like hand-drawn Valentines early. And what's funny is it's the daughter of a girl that I had a crush on in like grade 9.
No.
Or grade 8. Oh. Yeah. And I remember, like, I wrote her a poem and she threw it in the trash. And so this is like my get back moment is I'm just like trying to figure out, I'm like, should I tell Joe, like, if he gives her a Valentine, should she throw it in the trash in front of him? Like, should I tell her to do that? Would that be justice or would that be wrong? So that's been kind of funny. And then for my middle one, her count is up to 7. So there are 7 boys that have all come up to her and told her that they want to marry her.
Oh my God.
No, because she's the one, like, she's super girly, like, loves dresses, love princesses, unicorns, like all the girly things. But she's also like this is her in an instant. So was driving her to Ringette yesterday, and in the car on the way to Ringette, she's like, Dad, I want to do something where I can fight people. That's what she's like. I like fighting people. I'm like, well, do you mean like, she's like, yeah, like jujitsu, because jujitsu or like boxing or any of those. She's like, I want to learn how to fight people. And I mean, it's not outside of her personality. It's like, she's got really princess side, but then it's like, no, if you're going to wrestle, she's going to try to choke you out and like, she'll punch you straight in the mouth. Like, so she gets invited to all the boys' birthday parties because she's super sweet, super generous, but then is able to do that. But she had a boy secretly deliver a note to her desk, confessing a crush.
What grade is that
being
in?
like, and grade 3, and is like, oh, I'll tell you at the end of the year. That's what the note's like. I have a crush on you, but I'll tell you at the end of the year. And she's already got 6 boys. And it's not just made up. It's like, no, this is like, her older sister will be like, yeah, all these 6 boys, like, tell everybody that they got a crush on her. And now there's 7, like, there's a 7th, but it's a mystery one. So she asked her teacher to like go, she's like, hey, can you check on video to see who put this in my desk? And so the teacher apparently is going to go look. And I'm like, well, honey, maybe they got somebody else like to put it in there. But yeah, Valentine's. And so Gager, all that being said, I'm just trying to get myself ready for those type of moments. So good for you for not ruining it. Cause I mean, my first instinct is I'm not going to ruin everything because that would be way more fun.
Well,
but,
I really wanted to, because I guess the conversation was, my wife was like, what are you doing this morning? I go, I'm speaking at Louis or whatever. I go, oh, geez, why? She was asking all these things. She goes, oh, I think so. She goes, so-and-so goes there. And I think this boy goes there too that Lily likes. And so I go, oh, okay. But then after I hung up the phone, because there was 2 sessions, one in the morning, like back to back. I did the high school after. And I was in between the first and second. So the high schoolers were coming in. And obviously my wife tells my daughter what I'm doing, and not like a nanosecond, my phone's ringing. What are you doing there? What are you saying? Who are you talking to? And I said, oh, I'm sitting right next to so-and-so right now talking about you. He goes, no, you're not.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. So
I love it. That's awesome. We haven't heard much crush stuff with the Muzz yet. She's in grade 3. And Marshall keeps it all pretty tight to the vest. But the other day he did tell me, he goes, you know, Daddy, I've had 2 crushes. I said, what? He goes, not anymore, really. But I've had 2 crushes. And Elizabeth's sitting there and she's just like, ooh, Marshall had 2 crushes. So I remember my first crush. Her name was Charlotte. It was in grade 2. I used to chase her around the playground and try to trip her.
Yeah.
And that was like a big
Nice.
thing, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, Dusty's trying to trip Charlotte again. And her mom was actually my teacher. She was a year older. She was a year older than me. Yeah. Charlotte. She was terrific.
Yeah, you guys are the feeling of when some young guy pulls up in his car and rings the doorbell.
That's just
you
not
wait.
happening, Gage.
You wait.
Like, there's no chance.
It's so quick. It's so around the corner. You're gonna blink, and all of a sudden, some
No, Lizzie and I already have a deal.
Yeah.
She's gonna live at home till she's 27, and I'm gonna buy her a puppy and a phone when she turns 23. We've shook on it. That's the deal. She negotiated me down to 23, and then she's like, "Deal." I said, "Okay, perfect."
you better get like lawyers involved and get that all
Get
done
this
up.
thing actually done up and signed off on. I got to get to a few texts from the conversation we were having. Then we'll dive into this hockey game. Canada looking absolutely brilliant today. If you're watching over on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. We've hit 14,000 subs now, which is awesome. And get into the chat there. Waddy in Cloverdale texted in when we were talking about the Gager. You met somebody who knows Hernan and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few here. Waddy Cloverdale says, it sounds like Gager ran into Hernan today, but didn't recognize him because he was wearing glasses.
Could have been.
Because you kept going, kind of like Hernan. Like that's. I thought that one was that was pretty funny. There's another one over here. Someone good friends with Hernan talking about how they met someone he works with at EST and they played in the NHL with great hair. Hernan goes, no clue. No, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh man.
Oh, that's too funny.
That was good.
All right, let's John T's long lost nephew says my first crush was Trish Stratus. Hey man,
hey, who was it?
Yeah, I mean I think she moved the needle for a lot of us. All right, I mean, Cass, you're at work. How did you? I mean, did they have the TV on? Like, how did you consume this game today?
Yeah. I have multiple screens, right? Because I have my two main screens, and I have a laptop that I can use as an extra one.
Perfect.
So I basically just had the game up on one, and then normally I don't really use the laptop. Like I just run with the two monitors, but I had the game on one, and then I had two other monitors going, and it was great. I had to pause it a couple times to chat with some people, so I missed a couple parts of it. But yeah, still was able to have it up, which was kind of fun having a game on and watching a little bit.
All right. So what's the biggest takeaway for you from that one today?
Yeah. The biggest takeaway for me was Canada was machine-like, which I thought was a good thing. Like it was like Czechia pushed early on, but then it was just like the Canadian machine was just like, nope, we're just going to push and push and push. And it was like a methodical. It was like it was inevitable. There was a sense of inevitability at that game after the first couple of minutes, and that's what I like from Team Canada, where it was just there was no messing around. They didn't take Czechia lightly, but they just went out and just inch by inch by inch, were just better and better and better. So yeah, I liked how complete that game was for them. Like it was just a rock solid game. And they did everything you wanted them to do. They were in control the whole time, but it wasn't like a desperate, crazy, we think we're better than everyone control. It was like, no, we're just gonna be better than you over 60 minutes and we're gonna win. So I really liked it.
I think machine-like's a good way to describe it, Gager.
Yeah. I mean, I've just seen highlights again, molding young minds.
Young minds. Yeah.
But I saw it was nice to see the Celebrini goal. Because I think I was just watching, someone was talking about his hard work and how he was doing a bunch of tips in front of the net, right? So that was the perfect tip. But from what you guys are saying, and the highlights I've seen, kind of not unlike the last time the NHLers were at the Olympics. That team was methodical in the way that they just dismantled teams, where they took their will away at the end of it. Just like we can't do anything against this team, which bodes well.
The one thing I liked maybe between this team and the 2014 team was that this one seemed aggressive. Like as far as getting after it. Like the other team, they straight up could suffocate you to death. This one seemed more aggressive offensively.
But that was, if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't that one on the big ice though.
The 14 one?
Yeah.
It would have been on, that would have been on big ice.
It's harder to hit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's much harder to get in on forechecks and lay bodies because you're just there's that extra few feet.
Cass, did you notice the difference in ice size much? It's not very big, but did you notice the difference?
Not overly. Not overly. I think a little bit faster through the neutral zone, feels like.
Yeah.
But not overly. I know. I think smaller ice surface is less beneficial to Canada with how well that team can skate. But I didn't. I didn't notice like a massive amount. I was a little thought, and we didn't see a ton of it, but I was a little not concerned, but I was curious to see how, for example, like on a power play, like everything where it's going to be set controlled. That's, I think, where it affects you more, less than the live action, we'll call it. Like when you have a set play, like a power play breakout or something set from behind the net, that's where you can notice it more. And I didn't notice it that much. I didn't really think about it overly over the course of the game.
How did Binnington look?
Good.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah. I mean, the St. Louis Blues must be just ass. Because Binnington, he made some good, like, it wasn't like he made 5-10 bell saves.
Yeah.
But he looked good. And like with the path that they're sort of setting up here, if Thompson starts tomorrow, they'll go back to Binnington against France. He's going to look really good again. Probably another shutout. And then you're straight ahead to the quarterfinals. And you're going to ride with the guy that John Cooper came out after the game today and said he'd known that he was going to be their starter for the last 385 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and
it was a good start for him.
Goaltending is 95% mental anyways. And the fact that Binnington can come out of there with a... Does anyone have Binnington in our pool, by the way?
No, he went undrafted.
Die!
We didn't know who was going to start.
You
I
guys
know,
split the Swedish goaltenders.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, I would have taken Binnington if we would have took Gustafsson. I would have taken Binnington and rolled the dice.
If you knew he was going to start.
Yeah.
Well, I would have taken him to start to know.
It's a tough look this morning for us.
Yeah.
To have Binnington go undrafted.
I know. That's
in our
terrible.
draft.
Well, yeah.
Well, but you just didn't know which of the three it was going to be.
Yeah.
Realistically.
For Cooper to come out and say it, right? You're my guy. That's going to do something mentally for you, right? Okay, this guy knows what I'm capable of. I feel like he's
let me ask you this, Gager, because you bring that up. Cooper, I think there was a quote today when he was talking about his decision to go with Binnington, and he said that St. Louis was in Tampa a few weeks ago, or Tampa was in St. Louis or whatever, but they're playing against each other, and he went out for a couple of Guinnesses with Binnington and kind of chatted with him and sort of laid it out that, like, you're going to be our guy. He said he felt very confident after that conversation that he was going to be the guy.
Okay.
So that kind of just came out today. So as a goalie, when the coach has a chat with you a couple weeks before an event like the Olympics and sort of lays it out there for you, it's got to do. I mean, somebody said this was Binnington's first win since January 3rd. Like, it's got to do something for you significantly when a guy believes in it. Plus, I mean, you're playing behind one of the best teams ever constructed is what it'll probably end up being. But how much does that pre-tournament confidence do for you as a netminder?
Do you know how much better a goaltender I would have been if Mac T ever took me for a Guinness? Like,
not one Guinness all along the way.
Guinness, Mac T. No, that's you just need to, beef up the ego a little bit. That probably was the highlight of his year so far with Binnington, right? And now there's special relationships with coaches to his players. They're like a father figure in a sense. Like I still like when just at the roast, right?
Yeah.
Like I was choked up when Mac T, who roasted me for the first 8 minutes, but then he said some things about me that were really quite nice, and that meant a lot. That meant a lot to me. So those types of relationships and having, again, like a father figure say something and say, you can do this. You're my guy. That's gonna make you feel like $1 billion. I'd look to Binnington to have a whale of a tournament now.
What a twist. What a twist after the first game.
Well, I mean, St. Louis, if Binnington goes on a like a tear right now. Does St. Louis trade him, or does he become more desirable to go to a contender?
Would you trade Jari for Binnington?
Yep.
Straight up.
Well, no.
I'd flip Jari back for Skinner.
Yeah. I don't think it matters who you have in net.
It's a hot take, Dusty.
That would be funny.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be unbelievable.
Pittsburgh keeps the pick.
You are good.
Just wanted to see it somewhere else. Yeah, that's an interesting thing about Binnington and the trade value, like coming out of this. If he's going to go back to St. Louis and play behind St. Louis and go back to how he's been most of let's say he builds on this.
Yeah.
Has a great tournament. Goes back. Can you keep that going against the St. Louis team that obviously is not very good? Like, do you just sort of get back into your old ways?
No, because I caught myself thinking about it. If Binnington comes here, he's still going to have to deal with this type of defensive structure and have the same issues that obviously pretty good goaltenders have had to deal with and are all to a point everyone's thinking, gosh, did they make the right decision? You know? No, it's the team thing. But if I'm trying to think of what team out there in the playoffs right now who's a strong team, but the only question mark is goaltending. Aside from the Oilers, what team is that? I don't think there is one.
Well, I think from years to year to year, it's always been Carolina, but they've got that Bussy who's like lost 2 games since they called him up. But like that's one of the names
that's
that
one.
It just always seems like everybody's blaming Freddie Anderson for not being healthy or not getting the job done.
Well, he takes breaks.
Troll texts in and says, I was impressed that Binnington didn't go snap show when he got run over. It was, I think, Faxa.
Oh, really?
Kind of went over him. So he said maybe his head's in a bit of a different, or he's in a bit of a different headspace right now. Saskatoon Muncher says, John Cooper's up for a new contract after next season. Coop to the Oilers, 27-28. Can you imagine how much money you would have to offer Cooper to have Tampa not match to keep that guy around?
And you have to offer him to get him to move to Canada, to Edmonton after being in the US,
Tampa
for however many years.
I don't think we talked about it, but there's no way you're getting Tony Montoya out of Tampa at this point. I don't know if you
Nobody is.
No one is. Yeah. He's staying there.
He's going to have a 20-year run.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see when Vasilevsky retires. Then they'll start questioning. Yeah. That's the only time that they'll start questioning the coach. But
if Vasilevsky retires and all of a sudden Cooper's not a good coach anymore and gets fired.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
Yeah.
So unless they replace it again with someone else. But, I mean, you're going with one of the best goalies to play over the past 10 years. So.
Well, and Hedman. And Kucherov.
Hedman's okay too.
Let's not forget those guys. Yeah. Like you've had some other pretty good players roll through there that have made up the core.
Luke in Cowtown texts in, and if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart today, it's Two Guys A Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. Nielsen, Cassian, Gage with you here every Tuesday and Thursday. Luke in Cowtown says, look at the shots Binnington faced in today's game versus the shots that the Oilers let happen. Doesn't matter the goalie. The Oilers let so many great chances go that no goalie would look good here. I'm not going to sit here and say I actually disagree with him. It's kind of what we were just saying about the situation.
Oh, I don't disagree. That's. But I took so much heat, so much heat from people of being, oh, you're such a Skinner apologist and you owe Skinner money. Like, Skinner, your best friend. Is Skinner actually your dad? Like, all kinds of. I'm like, that's not, unless you got a time machine.
They kind of hit for the cycle on you, hey, Cass?
People just shredded me, and I'm like, no, there's other things going on here, and switching out goaltenders isn't going to fix everything. And so, yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement. Yeah, the shots, generally speaking, that Binnington faced today were nowhere near the quality that the Edmonton Oilers give up. Now, that being said, they're nowhere near the quality that most teams give up because it's Team Canada. So you have a lot of really good players on the ice every single second of every single game. So, yeah, they're going to, if they're playing well, most likely shut some of that stuff down. But, you know what? I don't even want to go down that rabbit trail. You don't need to go down that rabbit trail. Chief Andy's probably not watching right now, but we'll just leave it alone.
Let's get to a text. It's a hired or fire it question, but I'm not going to save it for hired or fire it. But Waddy in Cloverdale texts in and says, hired or fire it, Canada would have won 5-1 today if Bush was in the lineup.
I didn't watch the game.
You didn't watch the game. Cass, I will say this. When I was prepping for two guys about midway through the third, I was going to make one of the hired or fired questions that, Bush would have fit in very well in that game today. It was a high pace, no doubt about it. How do you think he would have held up?
Yeah. Do I mean, if I'm not having to say hired or fired, I think he would have held up fine. And now with Morrissey potentially being hurt, you're going to look at this and say, well, maybe we wish we had him as our other guy instead of Sanheim. They may look at it and say that he would have held up fine today. Now but that being said, Czechia is not the U.S., right? They're not Sweden. To me, are the two biggest competitors here heading into this. So, but yeah, he would have been fine today. He would have been fine. No,
I think some people were like me. What I was thinking, it would say 6-1. Another goal at the other end, and maybe
one goal, one against. Yeah.
6-1.
6-1. Not 5-0. Would have been 6-1. Paul from the Rock. Oh, Haji's gonna come in again and says, totally unbiased take. Fire it. It would have been 10-0 with Bush and Hyman in the lineup. Paul from the Rock texting in and says, guys, is this a perfect Canadian team? Now, I would say this. It's early. There are some good teams that they will eventually have to play to win a gold medal. So it's probably early to be throwing this around. I love that you are, but Gage, I'd still like you to answer the question. Is this a perfect Canadian team?
Is it perfect? It's close, but again, I think in years past, the only position where, I mean, there's less question marks, obviously, from the Four Nations and the first game with Jordan Binnington. But when you look at past tournaments with best on best, there was a Hall of Famer in net, right? Like every single time, up to
Carey Price, Roberto Luongo, Marty Brodeur, Patrick Waugh,
Cujo.
Just keep going.
Cujo's not in there. Yeah. But so you always had the best of the best in net, like the best in the NHL at that time.
But it's just one game.
It is.
I mean, they could beat Sweden 4-2 tomorrow, and people be like, "What's wrong here? 4-2." But they look really good today. It was really
good.
It was outside of the Morrissey injury. It was pretty much a perfect start.
Is Morrissey?
Yeah.
Is he?
He tried to come back. He couldn't come back. They're hoping it's not serious. But outside of that, man, it was you got scoring from pretty much every line. McDavid and McKinnon on a power play together, just simply unfair. Like imagine being the goaltender and having McDavid on one post and he sauces across and Nathan freaking McKinnon is on the other post. You had guys who weren't in the lineup last time score today. Suzuki scored. Horvat scored a beauty. You had a guy that I wasn't sure would be able to keep up score in Mark Stone. Drew Doughty looked okay for an older guy. And Sidney Crosby, well, we're going to get to it higher to fighter. I don't want to spoil it too much. And then on top of it, McDavid, Celebrini, and Wilson, Cass. I mean, I thought they had instant chemistry. Like that looked like a line that played together multiple times before.
Yeah. I mean, the whole time anytime they're on the ice, I'm like, and I've been hearing it even out and about, talking to people about, and fans are excited to watch the Olympics and just friends and different people. And the top thing that people have said to me is, I wish we had a guy like Wilson to play with McDavid. Like, what would that look like? I'm excited to watch Wilson play with McDavid. And I've been saying the same thing. And after watching that today, I'm like, oh, I wish we had a Wilson to play with McDavid. And I know Hyman does a great job being around the net and doing some of the same things, right? Like Hyman goes to the net well, he's around it, he's in on it, he's digging, and it's great. But he doesn't do it with the tenacity, but he doesn't do it with the meanness of a Wilson. And I mean, and then you put in Celebrini, who's obviously a world-class player as well. Like that, they looked really, really good. And I like Wilson's game too, just being around the net. Like it's going to be a fun line to watch.
Yeah. I think it's going to be one you can just sort of leave it, set it, forget it. And they're going to be dangerous every single game. Portions of Two Guys A Goalie brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta and all of Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. I was just placing a little wager myself on this parlay that we put together during the lock shop. Germany to win by 2 goals, United States to win by 4 or more. That's plus 200. And then tomorrow, Canada to win by 3 again or more. And then Finland to upset Sweden. That's plus 415. You can get to both of those over on the EST specials page as well. You can keep texting us at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. I do want to get to this one from Big Maple, goes back to first crush stories. This is a funny one. Big Maple says, my first crush in grade 2 was named Erin. I used my allowance to buy her an $8 pair of earrings in 1994 from my mother's Avon catalog for Valentine's Day. She obviously didn't like me back since she didn't have anything for me, but came to school the following Monday with a Goosebumps book for a late Valentine's Day gift. I already had that book, so I told her to give it to someone who cares.
Oh no.
Ouch. Like, ouch. That one hurts. That one hurts big time. All right, let's get to a few more of your text messages. Bone says it takes a special and smart player to play with skill as high as McDavid. I love seeing both Celebrini and Wilson able to do it. I think a lot of people have been joking about it, but I'm pretty sure this morning on the morning show, one person was like, legitimately, what's it take to get Wilson from Washington? And the answer is he signed to a deal that's less than $7 million up until 2031, and he's a unicorn. He's untouchable. There's just, I could, prior to his contract expiring in 2031, if he's a rental,
Yeah.
maybe there's a conversation to be had. But I mean, what's the saying? These types of guys don't grow on trees. Like that guy doesn't grow on a tree.
Who's the closest comparable?
The Kachucks.
Okay, Brady.
Yeah, Kachuk's would be
Brady
similar.
probably.
Yeah.
Like Matt to a lesser extent, more talented. Kachuk's more talented, but not as powerful as
Yeah.
Wilson. Like outside of those 3 guys, Cass, who else? Like who else in the league right now would you put in a class with the Kachucks and Tom Wilson?
There's not.
I mean, like somebody give us some names here.
Is Geeky close to that this year?
Not quite.
Not-
Not yet.
but he's
I don't
not- he
think
doesn't
I
have a
don't think he
mean-
has that edge.
No.
I don't think he has that edge, man.
Yeah.
Like these guys can change the game in pretty much any way you need it to be
That's
changed.
what I mean. Like it must have been so fun to go into the coach's room with the whiteboard and just looking at everyone's skill set and going, okay, we put the young buck on there with Connor, and then we get the protection that can play. Like it's
When they were rolling Bennett out there sometimes with Marchand and Reinhardt
yeah, like, it's like
from Florida, I was like, I mean, you're not going to see a ton of it because Bennett's kind of the extra. But even when they did that, I was like, yeah, that's a really good line.
so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else in the league.
Max Bezuzu with one of the funniest messages in the chat, Cass. He says, Trent Frederick, question mark?
I think they were hoping, right?
Yeah. Well, let's hope. Let's hope. What I was going to say is there's some young guys and there's guys that have the potential to get maybe not all the way there, but to get almost there or to give you something similar to that. So, and he would be one of those guys where you look at him and you're like, okay, he's got the characteristics to do it. And maybe he does.
Sonny D texts in and says Josh Anderson. But Josh Anderson is at a different level.
Yeah.
Like
He's not as skilled.
Yeah, Wilson
really good
and the
player.
Kachucks are stars. Anderson's a good power forward.
Bennett's kind of in that mold too. But the thing with Wilson that everyone forgets is his actual physical presence on the ice. He's a monster, right?
Big boy.
Like a massive man. And getting the puck dumped in your corner and a guy that can scoot like that and deliver body checks. That, I guess, a younger Evander Kane, maybe?
Who's that? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, prime Evander
Prime
Kane.
of Kane,
Yeah.
probably.
Somebody else suggested
Prime.
Tage Thompson, but to me, Tage Thompson is a big skilled forward.
Yeah,
Right?
he doesn't
Nope.
play that physical side.
No,
Like,
nobody's going to
'cause
go
you
back
could
to get a
do-
puck and go, Tage Thompson's going to kill
No.
me.
Yeah.
You could say like Scheifele at times, I think.
Especially from the
Like
other
at
end
times.
when he runs guys over.
Yeah, like Scheifele at times can do that. He can play that, but he's not as consistent with that physical side of the game. But Wilson, just to tack onto that, one of the beautiful things is that it's not just run guys over and hit guys, Gager. It's like it might run guys over with a headshot or hit guys from behind.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the beauty of it, is like the dirty side of the game, or the nasty, like that edge, like walking that line, is he walks that line really well. And there's not a lot of guys that can do that. Like some guys occasionally, yes, they'll be physical, but it's like he's physical all the time. And he might just hit you from behind. And it's that element of chaos that makes it difficult for defensemen, right? Because if the question is in the back of your mind, every time you're going back to get a puck, knowing that he's on the ice, is like, I might do everything right here and spin away and try to force a guy to not be able to hit me. And he might just hit me anyways, straight from behind, like, and snap my clavicle, and probably not going to care about it. Like that's the question that's in your mind every single time. And that's why those players are rare. But because you got to think, like, there's such a skill focus, which is a good thing. I think in today's development of the game, it's all speed and skill. And that's a good thing. But it has made players like that just more rare. But Gager, can we think back, and Dusty too, like if I go back like the last 15 years, how many players in the league have we seen that have that element to the game? Like we got Tom Wilson, as you guys already mentioned, Evander Kane. If we could stretch all the way back and go like Iggy had the ability to do that, right? Power forward, highly skilled, try to run guys over. But I'm like, outside of those three, like who consistently is able to do that or has been able to do that the last 15 years?
I smell a power forward draft coming.
No,
up.
I was just thinking of ranking my top 10 power forwards of all time. But what I was really thinking is, since Eric Lindros, how many guys have been like that? Right? Because he was such a freak that I think a lot of teams tried to find the next Lindros for a while, and then it didn't work. So that type of player sort of faded out a little bit, and now they're very, very, very rare. I mean, I would say prime Lucic would be in there, right?
Yep,
Prime Lucic would be in there. Yep. He had some good offensive.
Nathan Horton,
that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Nathan Horton's an interesting one. Who else, if you're listening right now, what other, like in the last 15 years, guys that you would describe as like a true power forward type?
I mean,
83 runners in with Bertuzzi. That's a good one.
Yeah, Bertuzzi. Yeah, that's going back even a little bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
like Troll says Cassian, but Cassian didn't have the offensive upside.
Jamie Benn, I think you can put
Jamie Benn.
Yeah.
Right.
Ben you could put in that. I think Ben fits in that, like, as a guy that could do that. Yeah.
Shane Doan. But yeah, you just don't. There used to be at least one on every team.
What's what I mean? Like you had way more. They're just
like you said,
less now.
Shanahan, Owen Nolan.
Yeah.
Like these guys back, and then now it's just.
Owen Nolan was a jerk to a lot to young guys.
Was he?
Oh yeah,
in Minnesota.
He was awful.
Yeah.
He
was not.
In San Jose. That's
They didn't like he just as a dick.
Yeah.
Really.
Was not kind. He was fine. I was fine, and maybe that was just because I fought people. So he was fine with me, but there was a couple guys that raised his ire, to say the least.
Remember when he pointed
Oh, one of the greatest
on
moments
Hasek and went top cheese in the All-Star game for the hat trick?
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
I think that was the last good All-Star game.
The last memorable All-Star game. Okay, I want to get to this one quick non-NHL story. Then we'll get to hired and fired, and that'll bring us back around to obviously a lot of Hockey Canada stuff. Did you guys see this story out of Oshawa we were talking about this morning? Cass, did you see this? The Oshawa Generals had to send out a press release to their season ticket base asking them to shower before they come to games.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I just thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, that a team has to email their ticket base and goes, hey, mix in a shower before you come to the games. Like, how gross is Oshawa? How greasy is Oshawa?
I don't think I think it's probably just one person called in and complained.
Like a board member or something?
Yeah.
And
was like, what is that smell? And and they just to blanket it because they didn't want to single anyone out. They just threw the blanket out there. Hey, get the Old Spice going before and go from there. But now I'm interested. Are you kind of wanting to go to Oshawa and smell the rink?
Just to see how bad it is? Like,
part of me wants to know what this smells like.
does anybody from Ontario listening? Like, does Oshawa have this reputation of just being greasy? Because I got to know. That's bad. That's really bad.
That was bad.
You're probably right. It's probably one person.
One person.
Like one really
And they-
stinky ticket,
yeah.
season ticket holder.
And he just,
That doesn't to paint them all with the same brush. Like if it's just one guy, can you not pull him aside and be like, "Hey, dude,
well,
like your personal hygiene sucks."
yeah, but if you get that, like, I guarantee when that email went out to all the every season ticket holder probably smelled their pits, right? Go, Jesus, is that me?
Am I that guy?
It's like, whoa, man. So, I mean, it's kind of good. It's probably the freshest. Like their next game.
Oh.
I wonder what it smells like in there.
I mean, if they
but
don't
you
have
gotta
some
think
sort
there's-
of soap sponsor for the
my
next game,
God.
But there has to be someone like me, though, that I'm like, should I go to that game really smelling though now? Like just to be that guy. Like I have to think about it. I'm like, maybe I delay showering for a night. Maybe I just do multiple exercises, don't change, like go work out in the morning, maybe go do an afternoon workout and just keep the same stuff on. I don't know. There's the part of me that's like, just to spite it. Maybe I'd do that. But
If you want to be real funny, you try to go make a Halloween outfit and go as 2 bottles of Axe body spray.
yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
so here,
Diesel rinks smell rating. Yeah, let's go.
yeah. Well, I'm looking on people, and people say that Oshawa, one of their nickname is Dirty Schwa.
Okay, you know what this? Okay, Cass, you'll say it right away. What's the smelliest rink in the Western Hockey League?
In the Western Hockey League?
Yeah, there's only one.
There's only one. I mean, oh man, no, I don't know if I'm going to have an answer for this. Like, I'm trying to think. In the Western Hockey League. Well, I was going to say Brandon.
Yeah, because it smells like
but
poop.
like, yeah.
Because
I was going to say Brandon, but then I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember if Moose Jaws was bad too, but they since switched. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Moose Jaw counts too.
I was in Moose Jaw's rink a couple years ago doing the WHL final. Smelled fine.
Yeah. Well, the new one, because they got a new one.
The new one. Yeah, the new one. The crush can's gone, right? So,
but because the cattle are right next door in the rink.
Yeah.
what do you mean in the like all the time in the rink?
Well, yeah, it reeks like manure in there all the time. And the one end too. There were, I think,
It's not just for like a cattle show. It's like the stockyards or
yeah. Well, there's always a cattle show. Seems like every time I was there, there was always a cattle show going on, and it smelled like manure.
Let's see here. This is the message to season ticket holders. We're thrilled to have you with us each and every game and appreciate the energy you bring to the arena. To help ensure a clean, comfortable, and enjoyable experience for everyone, we kindly ask your cooperation with a few simple hygiene practices. Please make use of the hand sanitizing stations located through the arena, cover coughs and sneezes, and be mindful of personal cleanliness while sharing your space with fellow fans. And then it says, if you're feeling unwell, we encourage you to take care of yourself and cheer us on from home. And if you went to the gym or did something that produced body odor, please shower before attending the game. These small actions make a big difference in keeping our community healthy and our events running smoothly.
Imagine if they were hacked and someone just threw that in there.
That's a great prank. Like, of all the things to
that'd
come
be
up
funny.
with.
You guys stink.
I gotta send this to my buddy because my buddy runs like a deodorant company.
Well, it's somebody in the chat saying, what about a deodorant cannon?
Oh, God.
Hey, instead of a
Yeah.
t-shirt cannon, you're firing out deodorant.
Yeah, but you're gonna hurt someone, aren't you?
Oh, man.
The fact that it's like they mentioned showering or body odor.
Yeah.
So it's a BO issue.
That's what it is.
Nothing worse than BO. Like everyone's gone to the gym and had the person next to them show up.
And they just,
Oh,
like from 7 feet
Oh,
away.
there was
yeah,
a
you
guy.
can.
I was at the gym on Tuesday night. There was a guy, and I was just like, my guy, older guy, like, yeah, like not old, but like probably mid 50s, mid 50s, like older than me, and was doing the most random exercises where I was just like, dude, this is not this is not helping you. And he smelled horrible. But I was just like, I just got to get through this one or two. I was almost done. I was towards the end. So I'm like, I'm just going to finish and leave. But part of me was just like, somebody should tell him because he doesn't know. I'm like, there's no way he knows. There's no way he knows. And I'm like, probably just worked really hard, had like a long day, physical labor. And so probably just didn't, smell a little ripe and wanted to get a lift in, but it wasn't much of a lift. It was like the most, there's just crazy exercises. I wish I could show. I can't show you on here.
Maybe
like,
it's 4D chess, and just to get that treadmill right. You're going to get it if you stand there long enough.
Stand there long enough.
Yeah, and then you're going to have space because no one's going to stay on. So it's like you get your own little area. Yeah.
A couple of texts. Haji says, I got that same email from my son's junior high school. Pineapple Prophet says, in Brandon, the hockey arena is attached to the Egg Center.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's always filled with livestock. Great handle, the Pineapple Prophet. The text of the day today on the Nielsen show was Oshawa, more like Washawa, which was very funny. They won a Royal Pizza text of the day. So yeah, good text messages flying in here on that one. And then over on the chat, people are suggesting they renamed the arena to the Febreze Center. Showers are placed besides the washrooms. A loofah giveaway night. They call it the Dove for Men Arena. So there's a bunch of different ideas here. But that's a bad look on like a city and a fan base.
Mixed with no shower generals.
No shower generals. All right, let's dive into Hired or Fired. It's for GS Construction, the title sponsor of Two Guys and a Goalie. Let's start here. Canada will only allow one goal in the preliminary round. Hired or Fired?
So they have Switzerland and then France. I'm going to hire it.
You said somebody gets one by him?
Yeah, I would guess Switzerland. Someone's going to get one in Switzerland. But other than that, no.
Cass, hired or fired?
Hire it. They give up one. I mean, the odds of them running 3 straight are low. They might do it, but I'm gonna fire. I think they give up one or hire it. Whatever's they give up one. That one.
Well, that would be hired then, because Canada will only allow one goal. Moguls looks cooler than snowboarding. Hired or fired?
Well, there's a couple different snowboarding events. So what are we doing?
Well, I would think maybe snowboarding. I don't know. Maybe the coolest snowboarding. Half pipe snowboarding?
I mean, the half pipe's on right now. Right?
Yeah.
And that's
I guess the Canadian girl fell.
Yeah, they're all falling.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's cool how it's snowing too.
That looks great.
Like, that's a great look for a Winter Olympics race.
Yeah.
I just think the moguls look like you're in a cool outfit. You're boom, 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 and then you're doing a backflip and a iron cross, and then
but
I don't know.
Don't you, my knees hurt watching that.
It does.
It's
None of those people can walk beyond 50. There's no way.
Not a chance. I'm gonna go moguls because
You're gonna hire it.
Hire it. Yeah.
Cash, you were a snowboard. You snowboarded a little bit, right?
I snowboarded, yeah, but I think skiing's cooler now. Like snowboarding was cooler in grade 7, in grade 8.
Now you're an adult,
and now I'm grown up, and I'm like, actually, skiing is way cooler. I'm gonna go with I think it is awesome because it's just different skill sets. And when I went snowboarding last weekend, and my buddies that I was following who were skiers accidentally took me down a blue mogul run. I was like, no, you can't do this in a snowboard.
A blue mogul.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but it sounds intense.
Well, blue, so it's like an intermediate run. Like it's not a beginner run;
okay.
It's an intermediate run. But then it was full of moguls, which is not
I didn't know
ideal
they had
for a
moguls
snowboard.
on hill. Like I thought it was just
You've really never skied?
No, I've never skied, man. I thought it was always just
they're not groomed and they're not like they form usually naturally because you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay. All right. So did you survive it, Cass?
Yeah, I just took like way longer. Like I remember looking down and being like, "Oh, this is going to take a while," and it took a long time, and my legs were burning by the end of it. So it sucked. But I'm going to go with moguls. Yeah, well, I couldn't. So it was moguls, and there's nowhere I could cut through because the only way I could cut through the other side was a black with moguls, and so I was like, which is black is like black belt. And you think that's like the toughest. Where I'm like, no, like that's like rocks and trees everywhere. I'm like, no, like I will literally die, and the whole purpose is to not have that happen. So yeah, it took me just like 20 minutes of just like going down inch by inch slowly. That hill wasn't pretty, but I made it down eventually. So
That's all that matters. You're with us here today.
that's all that matters. I made it.
Sidney Crosby will be on Team Canada in the 2030 Olympics.
Oh, jeez.
Hire it or fire it.
Fire it. No.
4 years from now, doesn't have another one in him.
Yeah, no, I think this is the last one. I think this is the last one. I think that's okay. I think it's okay that it's like I'm okay with it. I think he would be fine with it. Yeah, I think this is it.
So I mean, he's playing so well.
He's a
right
90-point guy still.
Is he going to be playing at that time?
Sidney Crosby and a 90-point guy. Like, what if Sidney Crosby's a 55-point guy in 4 years? Do you still take him?
I could probably put him on the fourth line.
Yeah.
Center your fourth line.
But the problem, what is he, 38 now, right?
37, I think. Is he 38 already?
Might be 38.
No, he's 38.
He's 38, geez.
So the problem is the skills start to diminish quickly now. And I mean, look, 90 points, but I think you're going to see a fall off over the next. I'm gonna fire it. I don't want to, but I'm gonna fire it.
Yeah.
Chocolates are a better gift than flowers for your loved one on Valentine's Day. Hire it or fire it.
Fire it. It's a manufactured holiday. I do
nothing.
I do nothing. But I do something because I've convinced my wife that it doesn't exist. But then I'll get her something and then she'll think I'm great.
So you convince her that Valentine's Day is not a thing, and then you get her something.
Yeah.
Classic
Smart.
move.
Smart.
Tam hates flowers on Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
Tam likes flowers on like just a random Tuesday,
Yeah.
right? Which is a pretty smooth move.
Yeah.
I think
That's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I a lot of times before when I come by here or whatever, I'll drop off a coffee for my wife.
What a
right?
guy.
And that is probably the best thing because
Yeah.
she's like, oh my God, it's right at that right time of day, where you could probably use a nice warm coffee and you just to get you through the last bit. So I hit her with that and that butters her up. I could have really screwed up in the morning. And if I pull that off, I'm good.
Kaz, what do you think? Chocolates or flowers?
That's a good play. I'm going to fire it. I'm going to go more flowers, but I'm kind of with you where it's like, it's better to do it randomly.
Yeah.
And she's actually asked, she's like, hey, instead of flowers, if you're going to get flowers like on Valentine's Day, she's like, just get me shoes. Like, but I can't buy them. Like, get her a gift card for shoes. She's like, if you're going to spend it, that amount of money, she's like, she would rather have a pair of shoes than flowers.
Sense.
With that being said, she does like having flowers around, but it's more like just the random ones. Like she really appreciates hey, you just got these because I like them, as opposed to someone told you it was Valentine's Day. So, but I'll fire it because she's not big on chocolates, at least for me. So this is very personal. I would lean towards flowers. Yeah.
I like the idea of the shoes. Flowers are going to last 2 weeks. They're going to die.
Yeah.
You spend so much on them. You go get a pair of shoes, last you for 2 years if you take care of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a much better move.
Or something that they can use every day and it reminds you of them. Like
a mug that says number one husband.
That's a good one.
Or from I have the number one husband or something.
Something in the car. So you don't see it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's like something like some sort of air freshener or
I was going to say something that they need in Oshawa. Yeah.
That's the end of the show right there, Cass. Well done, sir. I finished on a high note there. It's Two Guys and a Goalie, been brought to you by GS Construction. What's coming up in EST afternoons? What do we got here?
Recap the Czechia game, obviously. Red light district of 140. We're going to go through Hernan's Noticias this day inside the numbers, and Matt Larkin from Daily Faceoff at 2:40.
All right, so that'll be coming up on EST afternoons. That'll lead into the Reed Wilkins Show. Lots of reaction to Canada's impressive victory over Czechia earlier today. They'll be back at it against Switzerland tomorrow. We'll be setting that up on the Nielsen Show bright and early at 6 o'clock. I will talk to you then. Two Guys and Goalie brought to you by GS Construction. Or remind me, Sandwith emailed me yesterday. He wants me to tell you something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wants to bring you to Italy to ski next year.
I know.
Ooh.
I know.
You already got the heads up on this?
Well, he wants to take me, and I feel guilty because he's such a good guy, and he wants
That'd
to
be a great trip.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Well, he knows how great I am on the slopes too.
So there you go. Then.
Yeah.
What a beauty! All right, that's going to do it for Two Guys and Goalie. EST afternoons is coming up. Take it easy.